What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Among the Fence. Today we're going to be talking about the single Set Me Free by the metal band Avenge Sevenfold. The single dropped just a few days ago on January 17th, and I believe it's the last thing they did since their album The Stage, which came out around 2016 if you don't count their deluxe edition that was put out on 2017. Then this is the last thing they've done for like 3 years. And honestly, I haven't really kept up with Avenged Sevenfold all that much since Backcountry. I've listened to a couple of their albums here and there and a couple of songs they come out with, but nothing's really stood out to me all that much. When they came out with The Stage, I was pretty excited and it was a good album, but I just don't listen to it all that much. Not nearly as much as I go back to Backcountry, probably just for nostalgia purposes. I used to listen to Avenged Sevenfold all the time when I was in high school, and I loved their sound, but it just kind of grew weary after a while. I got just too used to it. It's kind of the same thing over and over again. I could listen to Backcountry all the time, but like any of their newer stuff they come out with, it just really doesn't do it all that much to me. I find myself listening to Trivium more than anything else if I want to listen to a band that kind of fits that sound. I will say though that The Stage is a great progressive metal album. That album is phenomenal and I loved it. It just didn't really have a re-listenability to it for me. Like I loved it the first time I heard it, but I don't know why. I just never went back to it for some reason. And when I saw that they came out with a new single, I was kind of intrigued to see where they were going to go with it. Were they going to go more heavy metal like they used to do, or were they going to keep it more soft and mellow and progressive, like based on guitar solos and cool arpeggios? And it looked like they went the more mellow route with this one. The song starts out with a guitar playing that has a decent amount of delay on it, and it's very ballady sounding, especially when the second guitar comes in just soaring above it with heavy amount of chorus effect on it. And the second guitar cuts out, and the first guitar with the ballady sound kind of continues going into the verse, and the lyrics come in, and they're very poetic, but maybe it's just me, but this song just sounds so familiar. It sounds like they took heavy influences from songs off of Metallica's Black album, specifically Nothing Else Matters, and Guns N' Roses Knocking on Heaven's Door, and they just mashed it together, and they came up with the song. And it's got a really big chorus that repeats Set Me Free, and it just sounds so much like Knocking on Heaven's Door, and then it goes back into the verse, and it sounds like Knocking on Heaven's Door and Nothing Else Matters, and I just couldn't get that out of my mind. The entire time I was listening to the song, it just felt like I was listening to just this revamped version of those two songs. Then it has this kind of cool guitar solo that I actually enjoyed, because with Avenged Sevenfold, they get kind of winkery with their guitar solos where it's just really flashy and overdone and doesn't really fit the song all that well. But on this one, it worked really well with the song, and then it goes into the bridge, which has some really good drum work involved, and the bridge is pretty enjoyable, but then it goes back into the last, I guess it'd be the outro, where he just repeats Set Me Free over and over again, and the song just didn't have any uniqueness to it for me. Not even just uniqueness to it, but it doesn't even have a whole lot of creativity that Avenged Sevenfold usually has with any of their songs. Like I said, you can usually tell that this is Avenged Sevenfold song even by their music, and in this you couldn't. Not until you hear the vocals, you couldn't tell. And like I said, the lyrics are pretty poetic during the verses, but then once it goes in the chorus, he just says, "Set me free" over and over and over and over again. I think he says it like 16 times, and it's a 6-minute long song. That means he says it basically 3 times every minute. And I'm not saying it's a bad song, because I did enjoy it, but they could have done better. They very easily could have done better. It's like the past 3 or 4 years that they haven't done anything. All they've been doing is listening to Metallica's Black album and Guns N' Roses Knocking on Heaven's Door on repeat. So they don't know how to do anything that sounds different right now. And since it's been so long, they're like, shit, we need to come out with a new song. Let's just do it. And this is what they have. And since this is a single and not a full album, I'm going to rate it on a 1 to 5 scale. I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Because, like I said, it was a good song. It was very well played. It was very pretty. The guitar solo was good. The drum work in the bridge and throughout most of the song is decent. The verses are alright. It's very repetitive, but it still isn't like bad. It just wasn't, it was just a song. You just hear it and you're like, oh, it's neat. And you go back to listening to Backcountry, I guess. But I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and give the song a listen and leave a comment below letting me know what you would rate it. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think I'm dumb? Is it the best song you've ever heard? Who knows? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you get notified when I do upload videos. Just simply doing one of those things helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate it. And don't forget, if you have a favorite album or there's something that's going to come out in the future, leave a comment below and I'll review it and I'll make it happen for you. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.
I was trapped, an ignorant kid relying on my parents' said to save me. Years gone by.